I recently heard my granddaughter say, "My grandma Omi climbs mountains. What does yours do?" Whoa! That is a legacy I hadn't imagined. You see, my grandchildren hike in Yosemite with their parents, but I only started climbing mountains at age 60. What will they say about you after you're gone? I'm here to challenge you to rally your resilience to reach the peaks of your life. I encourage you to create or continue creating your legacy, fulfilling the dreams of your youth. To start with, you must know who you are. If you could empty both of your hands and have nothing in your hands right now, I invite you to play along with me. We're going to make a fist bump. Make a fist with each hand, left and right. I want you to hold your fist equal as if you're going to be person A and person B. You're going to say hello to yourself. Since we are on the phone, we're going to say hello just to ourselves. Right hand A, left hand B. Go ahead. Touch your fists together as you're saying hello. Let them touch for just a minute and realize how touch actually affects you. It changes. It gives us a feeling of I'm important, doesn't it? Go ahead, relax your hands. Recently when I was in Ecuador, I learned how the young people in Ecuador say hello with a fist bump. This is how you do it. Make your fist at the same level but close. Separate your fist 3 to 4 inches. Now create a high five with each of your palms facing each other. So that's your high five. The Ecuadorian youth give a fist bump immediately followed by a high five. So do that to yourself. Tight fist person A to person B. Tight fist and immediately open both fists and connect your high fives. You have the personal connection, the touch, and the celebration of all of that at one time. We do want to touch and celebrate our legacy. We want to touch people around the world, and we want to celebrate how we live our lives. Let's go ahead and take that a bit further. Make your 2 fists and keep them closed. Now I'd like you to take both fists and put them over in front of your eyes with your fists closed. What do you see? Not much. How is that working for you? Can you see anything? Pretty much nothing. You see, there's no vision when your fists are closed. Without a vision, you have no legacy. With your left hand only, open your fist so you can just see through your hand, like a telescope. Aha! There is a world out there. There is something to see. A little bit more vision. Now open both fists as if they were binoculars. Yes, you can see, but it is restricted. Straight ahead, to the left, straight ahead, to the right. You can only see straight ahead. But what if there was no fist at all in front of your eyes? Shift your hands completely, open them, drop them into your lap. That's a different kind of freedom, isn't it? We're so fortunate to be alive today, and I have the freedom, as you do, of complete vision. Well, maybe not perfect vision. Maybe you're wearing glasses or contacts or have a cataract that you have to deal with. But the truth is, we have freedom to see and to see things differently and to decide to see things differently. Let me compare vision to climbing a mountain. When I have the 2 tight fists in front of my eyes, it's like walking in a cloud. I have very often walked in clouds. Some while it was raining, some while it was snowing, and some while it was just a very heavy mist. But often it's been dark in the cloud. Often I've not been able to see very far ahead. That's not the most fun way to climb. On San Jacinto Mountain in Southern California, I was climbing down when the fog took over the mountain and we got lost for 45 minutes. We've been hiking for 10 hours. It was scary. If my husband turned the corner on the switchback, I couldn't see him. We could hear the talking of the campfires below. We could see the lights, but we couldn't figure out how to get down. There was simply not enough vision. It was like being in a tunnel. Tunnel vision is also how it is when you're hiking because the trail curves around the mountain. It appears to go into thin air. Or you could be on a trail where the rocks come close together, almost touching, and you've got to hike in between. You don't know exactly what the next step is going to be until you get there. Remember the two closed fists when we were only opened one hand? That restrictive view? That's like hiking on a mountain. There are large rocks on either side. There's a trail down and around and through, and you can just see enough to know where you're going to take the next step, but not enough to know how far you can go until you're actually on the journey. I know my favorite is no fist at all. My vision is not impaired, and I get the most benefit to myself, to others, and to my future. Let's take a moment to imagine. I invite you, since we've been talking about the weather, hot and cold across the country, this is the best story for today. I'm sure most of you have gone to some kind of evening event where there needed to be extra warm clothing. It wouldn't be basketball, that's indoors, so let's remember a football game from when you were younger. You know, you'll be outdoors for 2 or 3 hours. Imagine you're preparing to go long sleeve for sure, a warm jacket, a beanie cap, because your ears are going to get cold. Well, it's cold at night. You'll probably also need gloves. You've got everything you need. Of course, don't forget the thermos of hot chocolate or coffee, and of course your snacks. But we're not talking about food. We're talking about how cold it feels to be outdoors for multiple hours. So get in your car, drive a short distance to the parking lot, and as you get out, you notice the parking lights are out. There must be a problem with electricity, and it's dark, so you grab your flashlight because it's so dark, you're not sure you can get all the way to the stadium without extra light. Can you feel how that feels? Are you shivering already? I think I am. Well, I painted this picture in your mind's eye because I want to take you up a path on Mount Kilimanjaro to 13,000 feet. All the clothes you put on are exactly the layers of clothes you need to keep warm as you sleep in your downfield sleeping bag in your tent. It's midnight, and you have all those clothes on because it's really cold, and you are shivering. Okay. There I was. I woke up at midnight because I had to go outside to the ladies' room. Yeah, there's a ladies' tent. In the dark, I find my boots because I don't want to wake up my partner. I fumbled to find my fluffy jacket, and somehow I get those heavy, cold boots on my feet. With half-frozen hands, I attempt to lace up the extremely long shoelaces so I won't trip. I crawl to unzip the first door. Of course, the night is calm and quiet, and the zipper makes a lot of noise, so I crawl through the alcove and zip it behind me. I crawl a bit further and unzip the outer door. And as I stand up, the tent catches on my back, and I think the whole tent's going to collapse. I close the second zipper, and as I stand up, it's pitch black, and I can't see. In this case, I was in my warm bed. But I did remember my headlamp, so I pulled it out of my pocket, put it on. It's just a little tiny dot of light, like the astronauts could see. Oh, it was amazing. As I looked straight ahead, it looked as if the earth was falling off. I was on the edge of the earth. You know the pictures the astronauts show you? And you can see them from up here? Yeah, that's exactly how it felt. You know, I thought the horizon was completely disappearing over the edge of the world. That was in front of me, and I realized my headlamp was making no difference at all. It was black, really black. My eyes moved from the earth, straight ahead, and I was stunned by the awesome experience. My head is not tilted up, but as my eyes came to the eye level, right ahead, in a pattern, I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stars in the shape of a saucepan. I realize I'm looking at the Big Dipper. I'm looking straight at the Big Dipper. And for a moment, I lost my breath. You see, I dreamed that I would climb to the stars to save the little hearts. And there I was. I was not even at the summit of the mountain. I've been climbing for 4 days. And there I was at the stars. Even if I did not take one more step, I had reached my goal. All the work over the last 8 months had made a difference. All the struggles, the blisters, the getting lost in the fog, the darkness, the huge layers of clothes you have to wear to stay warm in high altitudes, it was worth it. And I was ecstatic. Then I came to my senses and I ran to the little lady's tent and I did my business. And I came back to my tent and I leaned down and I crawled back through, zipping both doors. I undressed, I wiggled back into my cold sleeping bag. And I lay there thinking. I was still shivering, actually. I was thinking and thinking and thinking. How many of you know that creating your legacy is an important decision by a show of hands? Thank you. I dare say the profound dreams of your youth may be sitting on a shelf. Perhaps circumstances are standing in the way of you achieving your superhero dreams. As we make those decisions, we get a chance to reevaluate our lives. When it's freezing cold and you're stuck in just living, I think it's an appropriate time to get warm and cozy and really think about that. What is your own secret, super scintillating goal? What have you decided will be the most amazing experience of your life? What is the dream you had that hasn't been fulfilled? Is there a dream still in the stars for you? We all sing about the stars when we were kids. Every culture around the world has a song about the stars. For just a moment, allow yourself to go back and be that little kid. Close your eyes. And if you're willing and you want, imagine the sky full of stars. Your very own version of stars. And sing with me. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. A million dreams we've had. A million dreams of colorful, bright lights in the sky. I wonder what you are dreaming. I wonder if you have fulfilled your dreams. How many of you are wishing you had reached your goals by now? By a show of hands. How many have had a dream, but it was just beyond the reach? By a show of hands. My name is Naomi, always young, and I've reached the summit of the tallest mountain on the continent of Africa at age 61. My international tour business has taken me across 5 continents and exposed me to numerous cultures, triumphs and challenges in business and life. I'm here to challenge you to rally your resilience to reach the peaks of your life. I encourage you to create. Continue creating your legacy, fulfilling the dreams of your youth. And I have 3 keys to help you rally your resilience. I have 3 keys to rally. I have 3 keys. That would be 6. I have 3 keys to rally your resilience. The first key to fulfilling your dreams and creating your legacy is resources. What is it? Resources. Thank you. Look around you. What haven't you used that is a resource available to you? In hiking, I found a resource in my bathroom that I did not imagine until I started climbing mountains, 6 to 12 hours at a time. You see, the fact is showers are much easier. In a lot of countries, there are only showers and no bathtubs. And the water's often cold and definitely not hot. I found in climbing mountains, you have a lot of sore muscles. It doesn't matter if it's a big mountain or a small mountain. What matters is the difficulty of the climb, how prepared you are, and how you've trained your body. One of the best and the most amazing things is a bathtub. In our Western world, you can fill that bathtub in 20 minutes with hot water, put some Epsom salts, some sea salt, and some essential oils. You can get there, rest there, soak there for 20 minutes, and your body will be rejuvenated by the numerous wonderful attributes of those products. The extra 20 minutes that I gave myself allowed my muscles to relax. If I would choose not to use the resource, I might remain sore, arms or legs, for 2 or 3 days. What resources do you have? Maybe in your house that would help you meet your goals and your dreams. It could be sitting right in front of you, and you haven't considered it until now. Often, the resource you have is a person you can converse with. You could apply the knowledge that you have and receive from them. It could be your grandkids. We know that grandkids are pretty darn smart. And it could be anyone who needs better health. We know that having conversations is a resource. You then see how people respond. You begin to know what language it is that works in conversation. You find words that communicate. Another form of the resource, another form of the same resource is listening to other people's conversations. Other people's conversations who may or may not be getting the results they want, and you could be a resource for them. You can say, I know a grandmother who climbed 61 mountains in 3 years using limitless products. She started climbing at age 60, summiting 8 mountains in 8 months. That's a resource, my story. Yes, resources are the #1 key to creating legacy and fulfilling your dreams. I'm talking about super health. I'm not talking about getting out of bed or just going about your life and going back to bed. I'm talking about living life full on. The second key. The second key to fulfilling your dreams and creating your legacy is training. Resources and training. You will need to rally your resilience in training, and sometimes training is really long and really hard. Boing! Yes. You need to find the training to get what you always wanted. With today's internet, I guarantee you that everything you want to know can be found in Wikipedia or Google. Your YouTube how-to videos and asking powerful questions. For example, every product that I use has a fact sheet, and almost all the fact sheets have a video from that company on the company website. You could do your own training by watching the videos and then speaking that. You don't really need anyone to tell you because you are a very good reader. But you will discover when you have the resource and you train with other people, it's a lot more fun. I can find just about anything online for extreme mountain climbers. For example, Ed Viesturs is one of the few Americans who has summited all the 7 highest peaks in the world. After climbing 61 mountains in 3 years, we wanted to do more. So Ed is associated with a company, and he wanted to take us to Mexico City to climb snow-capped volcanoes. He has a training program for that exact kind of hiking. We found it online, and we follow it because we want to climb a 14,000-foot mountain. Then the next one will be 17 and 18,000. That training is a log of preparation. We have to spend 4 to 5 months getting our bodies ready to do that unusual event. You may not need multiple months, but to train yourself in a verbal conversation, you will train numerous times to get that perfect language so you can get the results that you desire. The third key to creating your legacy is focus. What is it? Thank you. So resources, training, and focus. Do that with me. Resources, training, and focus. Without focus, nothing is accomplished. Focus is a true rally of resilience because it takes everything you have to stay focused in this very distracting world. Don't you agree? Having done so much physical activity, I've discovered I can't even get out of bed without focused energy. I need to focus on rolling my ankles. Imagine this and even do it with me. First to the right, then to the left. Yes, stretch your leg out so your heel's on the floor. Using just your ankle joint, pretending you're in a car. Push the gas pedal down as hard as you can. Raise your toes towards your knee. Gas pedal down. Raise your toes towards your knee. Gas pedal down. Now move your ankle to the left as far as you can, and then to the right as far as you can, pretending that you're wearing a ski boot, so it's pretty stiff turning, isn't it? That pattern, then make it into a circle. Repeat 2 times to the right, and repeat 2 times to the left. I do this focused routine so that my legs can support my body. It is beneficial to your feet, which carry your entire weight at least 14 to 16 hours a day when you're hiking. Your feet are the most important resource you have if you're hiking or if you're just living everyday life without hiking. If you train them using that resource, your feet, and focus, they're going to be strong and flexible. We can do anything. You see, your feet are a key to your legacy. Where do you need to focus today? What has been neglected and caused a temporary setback in your body? Is there a pattern you can adopt that will increase your range of motion, your ability to move easily and effortlessly? Yes, there are 3 keys called resources, training, and focus. Focus on you and your legacy and what you can leave behind. You know, when life's over, what comes next? Yeah, it's death. The only thing we leave behind is our legacy. Remember when I heard my granddaughter say to one of her friends, "My grandma Naomi climbs mountains. What does yours do?" What legacy will you leave? What will people say about you? Will your grandchildren say, "My family rocks"? Will you be fist bumping and touching lives? Where are you changing the world because you fulfill the profound dreams of your youth? Are you using resources, training, and focus to live your purpose on God's green earth? In order to be a superhero of your health, you have to be a superhero in your mind. Set your biggest intentions and find the courageous compassion to honor your dreams. In order to set up success, you have to decide you're going to be successful. Success is a journey of ups and downs. Even if it takes 25 years, you can fulfill your dreams in specific, terrific detail. I want you to initiate inspired and imperfect action to make your dream real. I want you to take tenacious steps up the mountain to make it happen. I want your superhero dreams to be remembered and fulfilled. Because the alternative is not reaching the summit of your life. I know that it's possible to climb higher than you ever imagined because I've done it myself. I know that resources, training, and focus caused me to create courage and compassion. And when it became heartfelt, I shifted. And I call that the brave heart shift. I shifted towards my future, and I leave a legacy of absolutely fulfilled dreams. Rally your resistance to the peaks of your life. And if you'd like to connect with me further, I offer a superhero health quiz that will help you determine if the health is one of those areas that you need to find more resources, get more training, and focus your future. I invite you to rally your resilience to reach the peaks of your life. Create your legacy, the dreams of your youth. My name is Naomi, always young. Thank you.